This is a projection training video for the Hillcrest Church of Christ. Our new computer now has Windows 7 as the operating system. As you can see, the desktop remains pretty much the same as it did before. You can see we still have Libronics, PowerPoint, and many of the presentations that we have had before, including our baptism PowerPoint and the Welcome Visitors PowerPoint. Now let's take a look at Song Show Plus. Here is the panel for the new Song Show Plus. You will notice that we have many of the icons that we had before. The songs panel, the place to search for songs and for scriptures. Let's look for a song. First, type in the title of the song and press enter. A list of songs shows in the panel. To show the song, press the green arrow. In the upper left hand corner, you will see what you are showing currently and what it plans to show as the next slide. Since we usually show the chorus before we show the verses, we will click on the chorus, and of course our next slide is then blank. We will click on the second verse, the chorus again, the third verse, and now we can advance, which will show us the chorus. Each time it shows what you are currently showing as well as the next slide. You may also add this song and other songs to the worship program, just as we always have, using the plus icon. This will allow you to put a list of songs into the worship program if you have been given them by the song leader. Now let's show a scripture. We go to the Show Scripture panel by clicking on the little Bible icon. Here we can change versions of the Bible that we're going to use to show our scripture. Let's show a scripture. Let's select the book of the Bible, the chapter, and the verses. You may show these verses by clicking on the green arrow. You can advance the verses by subsequently clicking on the next green arrow. You may add these verses to the worship program if you have them in advance. Then you may click on the green arrow to show them. We also have a version of the verse in the database window. Okay, that concludes our Song Show Plus preview. We do not need to keep this program. So we will take a quick review of showing songs using PowerPoint. Let's bring up PowerPoint. To show a song using PowerPoint, we will be using the file Paperless Hymnals. We open the folder, and we type in the name of our song or the song number. We're going to show the song Higher Ground. We click open and our song appears. Now we will press F5 to actually project this song. By pressing the down arrow on the keyboard, you may scroll through and advance the slides of this song. But suppose the song leader wants to skip verses and he wants to sing verse number 4. Finding verse number 4, we see that the slide is 13. We type in the number 13 on the keyboard and press enter. In this way, we can advance to verses without scrolling through each slide. Once we're there, we can advance the slides as usual. We can also go back to any verse in this song. Let's say we want to go back to verse number 2. That slide is number 5. We type in 5 and press enter. Now we're on the second verse, and we can advance through the slides as usual. So that is our quick review of showing a song using PowerPoint. Next, we will do a quick review of Libronics and how to use it. We will double click on the Libronics icon. This is what the Libronics window should look like when you bring it up. It has a scripture in it. To show a scripture, you go to the search window and type in the scripture you would like to show. And press enter. Now we're displaying from that verse until all of the verses that will fit on the window. Now let's show another verse. We type in the scripture and press enter. You may go back to a previous scripture, any scripture that you have previously found, and you may go forward. Once you have found these scriptures, they are in a queue and you may go back and forth. By clicking on the parallel resources icon, we can change the version of the scripture we are showing. Go down the list and find the version you would like to show. Press enter. Make sure that arrow gets back up to the top or you will be showing Greek, my friend. We will change the version of this scripture once more. There we are. If you don't have that arrow up at the top, you will be showing Greek. Now, we are going to, now that we have our scripture, we need to move this window to the actual projection screen. Make sure that that middle button is not maximized. Now we are moving it over to the actual projection window. So now it is being displayed on our projection window. However, since I can't show you that window, I think I'm going to go back over there and bring the Libronics window back so that we may demonstrate a few more features of Libronics. You may notice that the desktop is very similar to what we've always had. Okay, so we're going to bring this window back, but actually you would be doing this, anything that you type once you move Libronics will be seen by everyone, unless of course you have the screen darkened. Now the last thing we're going to show you is how to change the size of the scripture that is shown. Currently this is at 250. Depending upon how many verses you're trying to show, you may want it larger or smaller. There is also an automatic setting for zoom, which will expand your window to fill the screen. Now, you may put it on a smaller zoom amount in order to get more verses on the screen, but you must be careful with this and use it judiciously because we still want the scriptures to be readable. You click on View, you go to Zoom, and select what you think is the optimal zoom for the scriptures you are trying to project. Okay, we're going to leave this at 250. That way we can show 5 verses at once. Okay, and we can show all of the screens that we have done, and that concludes our review of Libronics. I hope that you have enjoyed our tutorial, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email us. Thank you.